Today we took 2 contracts of ES and we're able to make $2,250. And let me just break it down so that you'll be able to understand. If you are completely new to futures trading, you need $1,000 to be able to purchase 2 contracts of ES in your account. And of course, if you have to purchase it for $1,000, you don't need to have just $1,000. You should have something more, right? So in this trade, we took 2 contracts of ES, which costed us $1,000. So you can see that we made more than 200% profit in this trade. So I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to walk you through why we entered this trade, how we're able to find this trade. And the goal is to help you so that as you go through your trading journey, you'll be able to understand the reasons why you are taking some trades. And when you understand why you are entering a trade, it makes things easier because you'll be excited every morning to go to the stock market. But of course, if you don't understand what you are doing, don't make that mistake to put your money in the stock market because you are going to lose that money. So if you have been here before, you know that when the market opens, the first thing I do is that I always go and I mark my candles. So I have my pre-market high here. So the market just before the market opens, I have my pre-market high here. I have my pre-market low here. I put these labels here. The reason is because if price has stopped at a particular area, then there is high chance that price is going to stop there again. One thing that I want you to know is that in the market, there is nothing that you can say is definite. Everything that we are doing is probability. So we are predicting that because price has stopped here, then there is a possibility that it's going to stop here again. That's why it's always good to mark all those key areas. So you can see here, I have all these markings here. These are just pre-market and then past candles just to make sure that I have these markings so that when I start trading, I'm not chasing after price. I'm waiting for price to come to me. So now after I've done all of this, if you have been on the channel before, you will know that I'll go down to the 4 hours, go down to 1 hour just to make sure that there is nothing that is concerning, right? After that, the next step is that I'm going to go down to the 5 minute, and then that is when I'm ready to enter my trade. So now when we come down to the 5 minute, I always prefer, sometimes I can watch 5 minutes depending on the length of time I have. But if you have been used to the channel, I drop my kids in school in the morning. So I always just go to the 1 minute candle so that it's easier for me to find a good spot to enter. Now, this is what it is, and let's see how the market play. And then we'll be able to see together where to take this trade and why we are taking that trade. So now the market opens, you see that there is a small gap right here, and then it goes down like this, and then it continues back up, right? And then you are just watching, you see price is going up. You don't have any reason yet to buy, right? So you are just waiting. Now price has broken through, and now that is the candle. You see what happened here? So price broke through here and then came back and retested this line. So exactly, this is the candle you have to buy in. You first of all wait for price to break, and then when there is that retest, then you know that it is certain that it's not able to break through again. So it's going to continue. Even though I'm saying certain, it's just based on the fact that you have had this retest. Just always know at the back of your mind that there is no certainty in the market. So now that it has come like this, what am I going to do? I'm going to enter this trade right here, this tech candle that has just formed like this, and I'm going to put my stop loss below here. But one thing that I want you to know is that when I take a trade, I don't put my stop loss immediately. I wait until the trade is already moving before I put my stop loss. The reason is that in the market, when you put your stop loss, when you have a physical stop loss, what happens is that the price can just come and sweep through all those stop losses and then reverse. I always just wait with my stop loss. It's only when the market is already going on my favor that I now put the physical stop loss. But at the back of my mind, I already know that this is where I'm going to come out if the trade goes against me. So let us go now. Let me show you the trade side by side so you can see how the trade played out today. So this is how it is now. I have entered the trade, and you can see here we are having minus 25, minus $50. And now you just have to wait for the trade to play out. So now at this point, I'm wondering if I should put my stop loss because the trade is already on my direction, but I'm just waiting just so that it doesn't come back and then just come and take out my stop loss and then just come and kick my stop loss, and then I'm out of the trade. So I'm still just holding and waiting. but we are already at $450. But you know, why am I holding? Why am I waiting? So now this is where I put in my stop loss, and now I'm like, okay, I need to secure some of the profit that I've already made. So when I'm trading, I go back and forth like that just to see trading view. So when you are trading, you see right here, I don't want to bring my stop loss very close. You are always making sure that your stop loss is right below the other candle that just formed, because when you bring it very close, there is high possibility that it might come and then it will just come and then sweep away your stop loss. So just make sure that your stop loss is a little bit below. You don't bring it very close to the current candle. So that is what is happening here. You can imagine if I had brought my stop loss here, then I would have already been out of the market. But you see that it still goes through. So at this point, you just have to keep watching and then see how the market plays. Let me forward it a little bit so that we don't stay here for too long. And now we can see how it's going. We are at $850, and then the only thing that you have to do, you just watch, wait for some minutes, and then move your stop loss. In general, this particular trade took about 7 minutes the whole time when I was in. From the time when I took the trade to when I came out of the trade, it took about 7 minutes. So you just keep moving your stop loss like that. That's the most important thing in trading, for you to learn to manage your stop loss. And you don't want to be in a position where you've already made money and then you don't manage the trade well, and then it comes against you. And of course, you don't want to also lose the amount of money. And of course, you don't want to just come out of the trade and then when the trade is actually on your direction. That's why you need to learn to manage your trade. And one thing that I want you to take note of is that when you are trading, that's how I used to be so scared every time the green, let's say I'm in a trade like this, and then when it comes, when the green candles start forming, I feel like, okay, I need to come out. I'm just so worried. I'm just so scared. But you need to be confident. When you mark your trade, you just need to know exactly how the trade is, and then you are confident that you can get to that point where you can just move your stop loss just as I'm doing, and then you just keep taking your money and you just keep going. My goal here is to help you to grow confident so that you can get to that place where you don't need to stress, you don't need to worry so much when you are in a trade, because you know that you are managing your trade. You just keep moving your stop loss just as I'm doing. And that is the best place to be, because you feel so comfortable, you feel so confident, because you actually marked out your chart. You don't just enter a trade by chance. You know why you enter that trade and you know where you are going. At this point, we have already reached our resistance, so there is no need for me to still be in the trade, because when you stay in the trade and then it's going to go against you. So let's see how it plays. So this is where I came out of the trade. So you can see now that as I came out of the trade, now if you waste a little bit of time, just see what happened. This is just to tell you, the reason why I want you to see this is just so that you understand why it is so important for you to know where you are going to come out of your trade. So just see how the trade went back, which means that if you were still in this trade, you would have lost all the money that you just made. That is why you have to understand where you are supposed to enter your trades and where you are supposed to come out of your trade. So overcomers, if you gain any value in this video, I want you to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and if you want to work with me by any chance, every information that you need is in the description box down below. And if you are new to Future, I've created a free course that is going to give you a general understanding. It's going to give you a general knowledge about the future market. That is going to help you. So I'm going to put it down below too. It's completely free. You can go ahead and check it out, and that is going to give you some understanding on what future trading is all about. So if you are wondering what the next step is, just go ahead and click on that video, and I'm going to see you in that video. Love you all so much.